Aluminum Spork.
Bitch, I'm muted. Okay.
You're muted.
Okay, get backstage. I'll introduce you in a second. This is all messed up. Welcome, everybody. It is Boomer Central. It is Monday, and I am Scott, and it is Aluminum Spork night. How are you? We only got like one Aluminum Spork left, and guess what? Maybe two. But that next week's Aluminum Spork is a members-only Aluminum Spork. We'll air the stream after the fact, but we are only going to do it for members, and I'll invite some of you folks on. So if you want to be on with me talking some topic, maybe we'll put a poll up tonight and figure that out. DM me. That'd be awesome. What I want to let you guys know is I am not an expert in any of these. Someone messaged me, none of you guys, because you're all glorious, saying, why do you do these shows? You don't know much about the topic. Fair. Very fair. I love the topics. I do know some about the topics, but I pick things that I don't know a lot about. Mound builders, don't know shit about. Just started learning more about it today. I mean, there's a place in Illinois, a city that had like 30,000 people. Never knew about it. Never knew about it before Columbus. Never knew about it. Nope. Looks like a Mayan temple complex. Never knew about it. Cacao or something. But thank you for being here tonight, guys. Thank you for all the support. We are going to get into it in a minute, but I want to say hello to the chat first. So let's see who we got. We got Jane Theory in the chat. Maybe indigenous people descend from Atlantis after all. Fun fact, that is correct. Mr. Grant Gregory's here. He's backstage, as you saw. I recently seen this trailer for a documentary called Wakanda Forever, so must be true. That is true. That is true. Awesome one says Japanese UFOs. Cool. I don't know where you got that, but okay. Eric K, mods of mods. Hello, sir. Saying hi to Jane and not me, but that's fine. One man show in the house. Greetings and salutations. Tina Bojan. Always nice to see you, Tina. Emotionally unstable amphibian. My friend up late. How are you? Keely Chow. Always a supporter of all of us. Thank you so much. Sean. What is up, Sean? Rough Girl. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're holding up. Hope your life is better today than it was the other. I want you to know, one day at a time, 1 second at a time, we all love you, and it will get better. What else do we got? We got Soul Assassin. You know who he is? He's the ultimate Spork modic. Anybody else? Anybody else? Nick McCabe. They just put out an excellent video. Thank you. What an excellent start. Thank you. Oh, you're making fun of me. Nick and Sam put out a great video. I will link that because I think I have it up somewhere. I will link that in the chat because those dudes deserve way more subscribers than they have. They are very intelligent and their Twitter game is on point. Sam definitely. Sam's vicious. He's vicious. For some reason, it's not showing it though now. That's weird. Did you guys delete it or something? Anyways, we'll move on. You guys can share it. You're probably mods. Who else do we got? We got anybody else? We got a sport. Oh, how is everyone doing? Great. Meh. Bad. Okay. Well, the meh people, let's turn it around. Bad people, it's aluminum time. And we're going to get into it. So I'm going to bring my good man. Oh, Katina, you're here. Yay, you made one. I'm going to bring my my buddy. Yes, this channel's gay. Thank you, Latino Slant. Glad I had you on Saturday for my quota of diversity. Talking about diversity, my Australian friend, we call him Juicy for reasons. Figure it out. He's an Aussie and day. Juicy. Here he is. Hello, Mr. Grant Gregory.
G'day. How's everyone doing?
Crikey! How are you?
Oh, yeah. Doing good, bud. Doing good. Over the unknown virus from an unknown origin, and it's decided it wants to try and come back, but I'm not going to let it. So I'm gonna kill it with some interesting facts about mounds and giants and House representatives and different things like that. So
nice. So Soul Assassin says, what if in the very distant past there was a world-spanning civilization that fell, and during their exploration of the West was people coming back together? So I have a theory. Prior to the last ice age, so let's go back 11, 12,000 years ago, and prior to that, there was an advanced civilization that we do not remember, a civilization that may not have been, have electricity in the way we do, even though we have seen the Baghdad batteries and Egyptian hieroglyphics. I can never say that word. Depicting light bulbs. Yeah, that sounds great. That sounds good. So I think they were advanced enough that they used techniques with sound that we never understood. Used Hydra. Used Hail
Hydra.
Hail Hydra. They used, I was going to say hydrogen now, water. They used water in ways we should probably be using it. They were an advanced civilization of the soul and the mind, and they were lost because of a cataclysm, which triggered many, at least 3 to 4 cold, hot moments in a 2,000-year span, which is incredibly insane. Flooding and then drying out and flooding again and drying out. But in North America,
some would say almost biblical weather.
Almost, but like a deluge of some sort, my friend. In North America, something like 90% of the megafauna died out during the last ice age.
So that's the giant,
yes,
giant wildebeest and that sort of stuff.
The giant armadillo, the North American lion, the mammoth in North America, anything that was pretty much bigger than a dog, or like deer, even some bear species. So if they were considered a mega, and I know there's a actual definition for megafauna, but they most of them died out in North America alone. Who's not to say there was a civilization here that may not have died out, but got kicked back to caveman, prehistoric lifestyle. And by the time Columbus got here, they are what we now call indigenous people. Because I guess you can't say Native Americans anymore. I'm so lost.
So native is now considered wrong.
I don't know. Jane said indigenous, and she's usually on point with that stuff, so I don't know. Yes, giant glacier lake. Yes. Look at, if you've ever been to New York and go to Central Park, you could actually see what the glaciers, the effects they had on the rocks in Central Park. You can see them ripping, like glacier coming back, like ripping, the rocks, making them like ruffled chips. Does that sound right?
I did not know that. Well,
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. If you want to learn more about stuff like that, you definitely listen to Randall Carlson, who it would be one of the greatest honors of my UFO, not UFO, but ancient history dorkness to have him on here. I would love it. What do you mean, we white men? Most of Latino Slant's relatives might have been here. Oh no, that's right. His people came over and killed all the others. My bad. Spaniards. So
were they all conquistadors?
He looks like, wouldn't he look like a great conquistador?
I can picture him with a brim hat on.
Yes, that bigger chest plate with a flintlock and being like,
something Spanish accent.
Yeah, something. Yeah. Right. Hello there. My name is Mika Montoya.
You killed my father.
Prepare for genocide.
Not that we think Paulie's family has anything to do with genocide.
No, not at all. So, but let's move on. So I really do believe that it knocked them way back, and anything that was like literally half of the continental United States and up were covered in 1 mile to 2 miles of ice sheet. So anything that they had there was destroyed, and even with stone, it might have been crushed, thrown apart.
Yeah. Well, I mean, 1 mile of ice. I don't know if you realize this. That's heavy.
That's very heavy.
Very heavy. Yeah.
Yes, really heavy. I mean, heavy.
So is it from the little limited information we know? Was it the entire continent that was covered, or just parts of it, or
half of it? So it like came down from like covered the Northeast down through Jersey, through Tennessee, and then kind of started coming back up like around Utah into Oregon, I believe.
Okay, so what happened to the advanced civilizations that were further south?
Like the Mayans and the Aztecs and all them?
Yeah.
Well, there was the Aztecs, the Mayans. I don't know who was in Peru. Was that
Peruvians.
the Aztecs? That before the damn Peruvians.
They
always talk about an ancient advanced civilization that they got, we didn't do this, they did it. So like a lot of those amazing pyramids, a lot of the Machu Picchu, Pumapunku, these places look like they were, the mythology is the people before us did this, the advanced culture. A lot of people thought, and I kind of want to now go back into what Soul Assassin said. A lot of people think there was a world.
Paulie says Incans?
Yes, Incans. Thank you, sir. That sounds so much better. Incans. He's right. And then
or the Toltecs.
Toltecs. Where the Toltecs were before the Incans, correct?
And the Olmecs? Oh, yeah, there you go. He said Olmecs as well. I was just remembering another name.
Okay. I mean, there's so many civilizations, so many cultures. We can't lump them together.
One of them was called the Kuku-Kachus.
Kuku-Kachus, yes. They were very powerful people. Very powerful. Again, we're not experts here, people. But you go to these civilizations, and it looked like there has been, Machu Picchu. The legend was that they found it that way, and then they just fixed it, and that's why you see the different pictures of massive boulder stonework and then little repair stones, because they could not do that work.
That'd be insane. You're looking for a home, and all of a sudden you find a great city, and no one's there.
Yeah, crazy, right? And then you also have a lot of stonework in Northeast and different parts of the Mississippi Valley. They said out in California, it's an island, a famous island near LA or San Diego, in between there.
Alcatraz.
Not that one. That's San Fran. Starts maybe with a C. Anyways, they said that there is you keep them coming, Paulie. Keep them coming. They may have had like Stonehenge type stonework, and then there's always all these legends about giants, and most of the time they're very big. And Native Americans have legends of 7 feet. I mean, some get up to 15 feet tall giants in America that had blonde hair, were white, or red hair with 2 rows of teeth. Now, if the megafauna were killed off, wouldn't something that's that big also be killed off?
Or especially if it was carnivorous in its diet.
Which they say they were.
Well, not just that. I mean, if you've got all this ice everywhere, then all the flora's dead as well. Unless they were living off cave mushrooms or some sort of other fungus or anything like that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, now I gotta look. What is it? One of the videos that popped up. Hold on. Now I gotta look. Bear with me, everybody. Bear with me.
If this turns into a Rickroll, I'll be very impressed.
Yeah, where is that one? What time is that one at?
44.
Okay. So. I'm so far back. Check out. God, wow. I'm trying to get it because I can't get it off of here, off of StreamYards. So I'm just waiting for that to catch up, but it's not catching up. So I will try to get it off of StreamYards somehow.
That's right. I'll have a look.
Yeah, please do. I'll sit here.
How to win at a claw machine?
What is it really?
Yeah.
Well, that's important knowledge to have, guys. So, has anybody here heard of, and it's pronounced Cahokia in Illinois?
Yes, I actually found out about this morning. I thought it was called Krakatoa, but then I realized that's something different.
That's something completely different.
Yeah.
Cahokia. So I wanted to start, and I forgot to. Whoops. I wanted to start with an American icon of the 19th century. And this is a quote from him. It calls up. Hold on. I got to remember how to pronounce that word. Hold on, please. Indefinite. Okay. It calls up the indefinite past. When Columbus first sought this continent, when Christ suffered on the cross, when Moses led Israel through the Red Sea, nay, even when Adam first came from the hands of his maker, then as now, Niagara was roaring here. The eyes of that species of extinct giants whose bones filled the mounds of America have gazed on Niagara as ours do now. Who was that man who quoted that at Niagara?
I think it was an American. Am I right?
Okay. Yes, American.
Okay. American, someone who was famous.
Famous.
Fan of the theater.
Maybe, probably not in his later years.
Did he wear a hat?
He wore a very tall hat.
Right. The guy on the dollar bill.
Yes, the sawbuck, the $5 bill. Abraham Lincoln himself. Yes. So even Abraham Lincoln, Katina got it. Even Abraham Lincoln has referenced bones of the giants in the mounds of America. People, there's over 1 million mounds already recorded in America that have been discovered. A lot of these mounds were actually where cemeteries then were made in early colonial days, because people would hollow out those mounds, take out what was ever in there, and put their mausoleums in there. Pretty messed up. So I'm going to show you guys some pictures first of different mounds in America. So bear with me. Is this it? Yes, this is it. So these are different types of mounds. This is actually Cahokia in Illinois. Thank you very much, my good man. So we'll get a better look at it in a minute, but this is it. It is actually a 3-level. So you got the base level, the next level up, a 3rd level, and then actually what they believe was the chieftain or leader's house on top, which was another 40 feet tall. A lot of people, when you show them these mounds, so this is a different view of it. You have these 3 mounds right here. You got 2 big ones, and on the right side, in front of the right one, there's another little mound, maybe lining up with some stars. And then Cahokia in the distance. Does anybody notice a similarity to any other pyramid or earth forms or stonework that looks like that in any other country? Here's another view of it. I mean, look at the people. Look at the size of the people compared to this thing is not little. I think they said it was 14 acres, and there is enough dirt there that if you took the dirt, filled up a dump truck, it would span dump trucks 250 miles long. That's how much dirt covers this.
That's a crazy view from it. Like, just the hours of work to be able to build it back then. Like,
yes, this is man-made.
Do we even know what tools that they had?
I'm glad you asked. Yes, we do. They had I don't know if they had an axe. It was like a hand axe though. And some of these axes, and we'll look that up in a second. I just want to remind me to say that again, because that's actually very important. So this is the actual city where that mound is. Okay. Now you could see that in different levels, they had different people living. Some 40-foot pole, must have had meaning. And then the chieftain's house. And then they had this massive wall. I mean, massive wall with almost like a stucco around it. It was like 30 feet high with a stucco around it with these 12-inch thick, wooden. They took timber and built that. And they believe it separated the haves and have-nots. There were suburbs, which are outside of the walls. And then inside
you got to keep the commoners away from the nice stuff.
Right. I mean, there's the elite and not so elite. But you had temples in different areas. You have mounds everywhere. These mounds...
They also had these two great big poles in the middle. It looks like, I don't know if that was like an arena or something, or a sacrificing pole, or
So they say it could have been a gaming area, a sacrificing area, and then a ritualistic area too. A lot of the mounds also show people's wealth.
Yeah, I was going to say, because I'm assuming whoever had the biggest mound was the
head honcho.
The Grand Poobah.
Now,
so I put a poll in the chat to see what people think of who built them.
Yep. Okay. Now you can't see, but can you see the arrow when I'm doing this?
Sort of, yeah.
Okay, so over all the way on the left bottom, my arrow is moving.
Yep.
There is the outline of these pillars. It was their version of like a Stonehenge. It was a henge. So they built this circle that, followed the sun. So it's very Aztec to me, very Mayan. Who's in Mexico, Aztecs or Mayans? We were just talking about this before.
Incas.
The Incas the Aztecs, weren't they?
I don't know, Paulie
or Sol. The Aztecs were in like the Gulf of Mexico, weren't they? But it follows them very. It looks like they could be the same civilization. It really does.
Structure-wise, I mean, obviously, the way in which they're built, where they're not like the Egyptians, where they're gated. Each block is a certain thing. These are quite smooth looking, and they are platformed. So
yes,
it is very similar.
Yep, and more of like an organic earth-based structure. I mean,
versus stone, yeah.
Versus stone. Now I'll show you the tools they used, which are fascinating. I did say fascinating. Oh, this is another view of what they believe it looked like from like more of the mound level. So one of the distant mounds looking at the chieftain's mound.
Imagine the poor bastard having to mow that.
Yeah, by hand. Do you know that the width and length of this is bigger than the Great Pyramid? And it makes some of the other pyramids that are well known in the world look tiny. And it has anybody even in America heard of this?
Gotta have the biggest of everything, don't you?
We do. We're compensating. Tools used. Let's see. Okay, so these are the axes. Let me see if I can blow it up on the screen here. These are the hand axes they used, and a lot of people reference this massive one. It is somewhere like 40 pounds, and they believe that one was made for a giant to use. But these are the hand axes they had for the timbers. Okay. And then where's the hose? The hose at?
On the corner.
This is one of the hoes right here. So it's almost like a small handled hoe that they use to dig the earth. Pretty nuts.
Dude, that looks like that would hurt.
Yeah. Here's some of the remains they found. And they would find
normal sized bones, are they?
These here were normal sized bones. But there are so many newspaper articles that go back in the day that say they found, giants with double row of teeth and some having a little bit of red hair left. And the Smithsonian came in and scooped it all up, and they disappeared. Okay, so Aztecs. That's what I was thinking in the Mayans too. There is also, I forgot to show this to the Birdman. This was this was also found on site there. They found some pottery and things of that nature, but then they found this right here. Now, this is the front of it. It is a man depicted with wings, and then the back of it has this snake-like. And if you think about it, it's like the, Coca-Cola
Coca-Cola.
Copacabana. You know, the flying snake serpent from Mayan myth and
Oh, I was gonna say I don't remember reading that in Harry Potter. But...
No, not in Harry Potter. But, you know, once again, it's that snake and bird representation. Some people think the snake means the underworld and the bird means the heavens and we're the you know, this world. But, you know, no one actually knows.
I think it would make a cool looking wallet.
You know, I like where you're going with that, man. But a lot of pottery was found. All right, let me rephrase that. Not a lot of pottery, but pottery was found, but bones. And when they found the chieftain's bone in here, he had, I want to say there was 4 to 5 men with no hands and no heads around him in like a wheel spoke design. Then there was something like 53 women sacrificed to go with him because, you know, he needs his ladies. And some jewels and things like that. Now, in other mounds across America, again, Mississippian, they call it the Mississippi Valley, from Illinois all the way down. Mounds are everywhere. We just don't realize it. People don't know what to look for. So I'm going to now bring up mounds across America because I think it's important to see what they look like. Ancient.
Yes, because I didn't even realize that you had such a rich history of mounds. It was only something that I found out recently.
Yeah, it's, you know what, man? A lot of us, I think a lot of Americans, we're not taught this in school. And this has been, I mean, they've been actively searching this since the 1800s. So it's not like this is new. So we have the prehistoric mounds, the Great Serpent Mound in Ohio.
Oh, okay. I've heard of this one.
Yes.
Okay.
Some people say it depicts a snake. Some say sperm. Some say it depicts the world. But yet it is a mound. It is a beautiful design to be seen from the heavens. Here's another view of the Cahokia.
Have they done any sort of like penetrating radar or sonar or anything on it?
They have done on the snake, on the Great Serpent, or other mounds? Because other mounds they have done straight up.
On this one, on that one.
Okay, yeah, let's find out. Cacao. I'm going to let you know in a second.
Or is it one of those things that it's been, you know, protected by conservation?
No, because they found this way too early before that can happen. So let's see. Cacao.
Cahokia.
Cahokia, yes, of course. All right, so...
Yeah, because it'd be interesting if they did. I mean, I assume that they would have done it by now.
So they're saying it's 900 years old. I want to say it looks so much older. Okay, here we go. And I just totally cut you off talking about it before we went on, how I don't like doing that anymore. Okay, new studies of 900-year-old human remains originally unearthed in Illinois almost 50 years ago revealed that their burial has been fundamentally misunderstood, from the number of people actually buried there to the sexes of those interred. The dead were elites in the ancient city of Cahokia, a cultural hub of the Midwest that at the peak around the year 1100 AD was home to as many as 10,000 people.
So we can't see what you're reading.
Okay, because I somehow ended up on a different screen altogether. Okay, let me get back there for you guys. Sorry about that. And the new discovery made at the burial site, part of a mass grave known as Mound 72. So that's the 72nd mound in this area. Could have anthropologists rethinking the political, cultural, and cosmology of one of America's most influential prehistoric cultures. Mound 72 burials are some of the most significant burials ever excavated in North America from this time period, said Dr. Thomas Emerson. He's a big wig when it comes to this. When Mound 72 was first excavated in 1967, the researchers uncovered more than 270 people's buried remains there in a series of mass graves. So these were the ladies they were sacrificing.
She looks nice.
Yeah.
She's nice.
She's got boobs. We are 12. Many of them were human sacrifices. But the mound's centerpiece was a scene that the archaeologists describe as a resplendent grave of 6 elite men. 4 of the skeletons were arranged in a sort of three-sided frame. One was just a bundle of bones. 2 others were laid flat. The other was face down with one of his legs bent up to his chest. You know what he was trying to do.
Yeah. Dirty. He probably saw that woman.
Yeah, or a Will Ferrell skit. The men was buried with ceramics, gaming stones, copper-covered shafts, jewelry, and artifacts that have been traced from as far away as Oklahoma and Tennessee. That's pretty good distance.
That far? I don't know my.
That's from geography. from Sydney to the Outback, mate. So 10 miles.
That's half the country then.
Yeah, no, it is. It is literally. Illinois is up near the Canadian border. Oklahoma is above Texas.
Oh yeah, they're on different places.
Yeah. It's not as probably far. Well, it might be. In the center of these remains were 2 more bodies, one stacked on top of the other and blanketed with more than 2,000 beads made from marine shells, which this is Illinois. It's in the middle of our country. Marine shells you might be able to get out of the Great Lakes. So they might have just went north to get it, but I don't know because I am not from the Great Lakes. The coating of beads appeared to be arranged into a tapestry shape resembling the head of a bird. Now, they have found a lot of these mounds with that, maybe not, shells, but tapestries, designs of birds. A lot of them, there must have been a major bird god or...
birds were so hot back then.
They were. That was the thing. It was the little black dress. Specifically, they theorized that so-called beaded burials was a homage to the myth of the Birdman, a legendary falcon warrior hero whose beaked face has appeared on artifacts from Cahokia to Georgia. In some traditions, Birdman is interpreted as a version of Redhorn, another heroic figure whose twin sons fought off a race of giants.
And also, speaking of giants, Katina did bring up one. She said, if you want to hear the truth, you need to listen to Native Americans or indigenous stories because they tend to talk about giants a lot.
Yes, they do. And I've heard that they talk about red-headed giants. Maybe that's why they keep getting canceled, redheads.
Yeah, well, actually, in the movies, they're actually being replaced with African-American giants. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. In keeping with the idea, the 4 other men in the grave were suggested to be warriors, henchmen, and possibly stand-ins for other supported players in the Birdman Redhorn story. Regardless,
I'm wondering if all those people were alive, and then whoever was the head boss, he carked it, and they're like, oh, by the way, you're all going in there too.
I believe that's what it was.
Give me your knees. They need to touch your face.
Yeah. No, I believe that's what it was. And I don't know if these other men were elites or was it like if our leader dies, we go with him. Like a Valhalla type thing,
That's a crazy,
right?
I guess that's for them would be an honor, but it's such a weird thing. It's just like, oh, by the way, so-and-so died, so now we have to kill another 30 of our people.
Right. They killed like 50 women. Probably, I'm sorry to say, but slaves. But most 50 likely. Women. Yeah, most likely. So it was ruled by men, they used to think. Well, not anymore, people. But having recognized inconsistencies in the records of Fowler. Now, Fowler was one of the original excavators decades ago, whatever. Half a century ago. Emerson and Ford.
Did he find the bird person? Because that'd be ironic with his last name.
Right. He did, actually. They found that many of the men buried there weren't men at all. So
you were just assuming their gender.
Right. What
jerks.
So sexist. So sexist.
But that's what they say. The hips don't lie. So
They don't. Shakira. We had been checking to make sure that the individuals we were looking at matched how they had been described, said Dr. Kristen Hedman. And in re-examining the beaded burial, we discovered that the central burial included females. This was unexpected. Well, you would hope that it wasn't just a sausage party.
What an afterlife.
Yeah,
Where
right.
the bitch is at?
Yeah.
Oh, no, we just buried you with all your guys. Like, dude, I
Nah, it's
hated
just
them.
it's a bunch of Mitches.
You've been waiting to use that all week, haven't you?
I love that term. I thought of it myself. Wasn't from Kevin Hart or anything. Okay, Jane, the Americas. I'm talking North America. Oh shit, Mexico is in North America. What civilization built the mound cities? Indigenous Americans, Aztecs, Atlanteans, Mayans. 20 of you. There's 19 people here. That's really nice. Please make sure you hit that like button and share this out so mothers could come and hang out with us. So yeah, a lot of pelvises. Likewise, the bundle of articulated bones were those of both male and female, and the team even discovered remains that had never been reported before. Those of children between the ages of 3 and 6. Oh, that's great.
Oh,
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, go America. The researchers accounted for the remains of 12 people, not 6, and at least 4 of them were female. So,
I mean, even back then, they were diverse with their sacrifices.
yeah, true. So this is like a representation of what the people were. Female burial, B11 is the brown, light brown, dark brown, lightish brown, some type of brown. Why didn't they use just majorly different colors? So
Yeah, there's brown 1, brown 2, brown 3, brown 4, and brown 5. They're all brown.
Right. And why would you ever think the ones that are on top of each other would have been 2 dudes? Like one's a woman, one's a male. That makes so much sense.
So the female's underneath, from the looks of that.
Yeah. He drove.
Yeah, but it looks like he's lying backwards.
Oh, he's getting pegged. That's not good. Well, I mean, whatever you're into, right?
No wonder that civilization died out.
Yeah, right. But it's interesting. But let's get to the giants, okay? Because we want to talk the Smithsonian. Now, I first heard this many years ago about the Smithsonian doing cover-ups. I didn't believe it. I thought it was kind of, wacky. But man, if you go back to some of these old newspapers, it's really insane. So I did a little search because, I'm really dedicated to my job. And here's just some random newspapers. So I'll try to read them better for you guys. It might be hard for you guys to see.
Could
but
you read it in a 1950s news style voice?
I could try. I could really try. Okay, hold on. So this one's from Pittsburgh, I believe. That's great. I lived in Pittsburgh for a while. Prehistoric giants' bones are found. Washington County mounds give up secrets of race that vanished 10,000 years ago. 49 skeletons are dug up by archaeologists. Continue from page 1. Height. The party found another terrace, which they called an artifact, a place of sacrifice. Now I'm trying to get too weird. Sacrifice to the supreme deity, less pretentious than the main mound. From the circular knob, 34 feet across and 2 feet high. The investigators exhume arrow points, flint knives, bear tusks, and 2 copper beads. The only metal found in the entire excavation. Can we get to the giants? The bodies, it was evidence. Okay, the bodies, it was evidence. They were buried on different levels and something horizontally faced upwards. The bones shelved between 11 separate layers of stone, where one to nature the place as a huge earthen donut. One would have
donut. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, right. One would have noticed bodies side by side and head to toe around the peripheral of the huge gouged ring. Where the hell is it?
Gouged.
Gouged big time. Where's the giants, dude? Hold on. We got to find giants.
It says all the skeletons seem to have massive jaws on the second part.
That's
the second column.
Thank you, buddy. So the feet. Okay, so to do something, it says, then the flanges of feet. It was covered with small stones laying on the back and measured 26 inches across the chest. All the skeletons seemed to have massive jaws, little chins, and strong teeth, which, when polished, showed a gloss in the sunlight, indicating that almost total absence of tartar. This provided Fisher state that they apparently had massive chewing muscles, and that these ancient people were meat eaters. Never in all my discoveries of Indians, remarked Fisher. He has exhumed 445 bodies in his career. Have I seen strong, well-preserved teeth such as this? Okay, this is probably from 1967.
But were they giant or just big jaws, like massive jaws, like
massive jaws? Hold on, we gotta find. It's not quite fair to blame it all upon the list of books, but Calvin Coolidge's recent confession. Okay, that might be even. All right, we're going back. We're going back.
Communists.
It was always the commies. Okay, this is a good one. We got one now. Hold on. I got to figure out what era it was from, and then I'll take my my cue from that. Okay, so this was dated June 21st. Okay, 1908. Got to go with it. Okay, this is British Columbia. The Bisbee Daily Review in Arizona on Sunday morning, June 21st, the solstice, 1908. Charles C. Clapp, a Boston broker of 19 Congress Street, who has recently returned from Mexico, tells a remarkable story of the findings of the complete skeleton of a man who in his life walked with his head 9 feet above the earth, Mr. Clark said. Late one night while we were sitting in the camp, a shot was heard from the distant hills. A party of us started out at one of the investigate. For when the sound of a gun is heard in the sight of Jusco, it means that a white man is shooting and that he means business. A white man is shooting and he means business. Oh, it's so racist.
That's a really weird way of wording it as well.
It means he's killing either natives or like Mexicans.
Yeah,
like it's so wrong, dude.
He means business. Genocide doesn't do it.
Yeah, no, it's like if you hear a gunshot, it means white man scared and he's killing everybody.
Don't run towards the thunder.
Unless you're white, run away. All right,
they did say it was Portland, didn't they? Oh wait, no, never mind.
No, New Mexico. We finally located the foreman of the mines, who said that on going the window of his hut, he had seen 2 shining eyes below and had fired. Knowledge of the human, and it goes on. Oh wait a minute, I can scroll down. What am I doing? We at once started on the hunt with men and torches and discovered traces of a wounded mountain lion. Following the trail, we came to a cave, the mouth of which was blocked up with stones, with the exception of a small hole where stones had been clawed away, evidently by some wild animal. We crawled through the holes with our torches and found ourselves in a long cave. We walked along until we came to a spacious apartment. Here, I'm still talking. That white man thing got me. About the floor of the cave were giant numbers of human bones. I don't pretend to have any scientific knowledge of human frames, but picking over the bones, I was able to articulate a complete human skeleton, which measured just 8 feet 11 inches.
Oh, couldn't even get the 9 feet. Must have been a little giant.
He was a little guy. The femur measured up to my thigh. The ribs were like those of a horse. The molars were big enough to crack a coconut, and the head from front to back measured 18 inches. I imagine there were enough of these bones to make 200 complete skeletons. The cave was 200. Holy shit.
So he had for that height, that's a really big head.
Dude, it's massive.
That's what I'm saying. That's kind of like what you'd imagine like a troll or a dwarf to have, like
right, very
18 inches head is huge and chunky. But then again, it's only 3 foot taller than the average human. With its head depth like twice as deep.
Right, that's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, the Nephilim, who a lot say are the stories of giants who. You know, the flood wiped them out. That a lot of people believe that the flood mythology or religious text was one of the reasons were to kill them off because they laid with the men, daughters of God, daughters of Adam. Who's to say they weren't just giants that died off because of weather change?
Bible A's or something, maybe.
Yeah, totally canceled, Jane. This guy, not me. 1908, white man's in trouble, gotta shoot. He goes on, though, which I find kind of interesting. And I can't do that voice anymore. The Mexican government holds a jealous guard over its relics and buried treasures so that in order for the bones to be brought from the country for American scientists to study, it will be necessary for some noted archaeologists to go down and arrange their removal. I invited to see Professor Alexander Agassiz in regards to my discovery and see if he can attempt to bring it home. I really want to see where, like,
we have a query from the chat, so I'll just bring that up.
Okay, please do.
Jane Theory for $2.
Aw, Jane, thanks.
Why haven't they DNA tested them? Mystery solved. I think it's a
they're
shot
gone.
cat.
Oh, it is. It's a I'm crazy cat. Oh no. The problem is we can't. They're gone. They're gone. So.
The DNA's gone or the bones are gone?
The bones are gone. So a lot of the times they said the bones would, somebody from the reportedly from the Smithsonian would come in after they report it to their like local officials, local museums. They would then go to the federal level and they would just be scooped up and gone.
Yeah, Smithsonian steals everything. How many things is like, oh, well, the Smithsonian had them, and then they're like, we don't know where they are.
Right. And the Smithsonian's massive. I mean, there's multiple Smithsonian buildings and catacombs and deeper levels. They could be hidden away, but many people believe that they don't want to discuss it or bring it up because it would change everything about man. And most of that goes back to your belief that Adam and Eve were created by God in his image, and there can't be any other species that can maybe be related to us, which is ridiculous, that we lived with at the same time. Because think about it, 1908, we believed Neanderthal died off before us, and then we showed up. And many of those people would never admit that Neanderthals and humans got it on. Nasty style, if you know what I mean.
No, go in detail, please.
So, when a man and a sexy Neanderthal get it going, he really's got to do his work because she's a lot stronger.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. Maybe that's why she was on the bottom.
Yeah.
Another thing. Yeah.
Hi, I'm from the Smithsonian. I hear you dug up stuff. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, by the way, it's now ours.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's like, can we come see the Smithsonian? No, it's not here. We don't know what you're talking about.
Right. Let's see. So old newspaper skeletons.
I'll be back in a second, buddy.
Okay, Smithsonian took. We'll put that. Did I spell Smithsonian right? I did. I just didn't have it in a capital. Oh, look at that dude. Is that Grant? No, that's not Grant. That looks like Eric, though. Let's see. Strange skeleton found. From the New York Times. I got to blow this thing up. Hold on. Let me get this one going. All right. I hope you guys like these shows. I have a ball doing this. Strange. Okay, so this is 1912, May 4th, 1912, New York Times. Madison, Wisconsin, the discovery of several skeletons of human. All right, let me go from the top. Strange skeleton found in indigenous that tribe Heatheroto, unknown one lived in the Wisconsin. I don't know. All right, Madison, Wisconsin. The discovery of several skeletons of human beings while excavating a mound at Lake Delavan indicates that a heretofore unknown race of men heretofore unknown race of men once inhabited southern Wisconsin. Information of the discovery was brought to Madison today by Maurice Morrissey of Devlin, I think it's called, or Delavan, who came here to attend a meeting of the Republican State Central Committee. Upon opening one large mound at Lake Lawn Farm, 8 skeletons were discovered by the Phillip brothers. The heads, presumably those of men, are much larger than the heads of the race which inhabits America today. What type of writing is that?
You mean like humans, or do they mean specifically like indigenous?
White guys.
Is he holding a gun?
Yeah, he might be holding a gun.
Does he mean business?
Yeah, I think so. From directly over the eye sockets, the head sloped straight back, and the nasal bones protrude far above the cheekbones. The jawbones are long and pointed, bearing a minute minute resemblance to the head of a monkey. The teeth in the front of the jaw are regular molars. There were also found in the mounds the skeletons presumed of women, which had smaller heads but were similar in facial characteristics. The skeletons were embedded in charcoal and covered over with a layer of baked clay to shield.
So they were trying to preserve them.
Yes.
So the charcoal and everything will draw out any of the moisture that's in the body as well, and then the baked clay over the top would keep it completely free from anything from the outside. So that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. A lot of them is about the New York Times one. Ooh, that one downloaded. I hope I didn't just screw my traces of giants. Let me see if I can make this one look bigger and I can read it actually.
I am bigging it.
Oh, I embiggened it. I'm going to save that. Hold on. Save, bitches. How do I save? I've never saved something here. Can I share this? What is going on?
I don't know. I can't see your screen, so all we can see is there's an article going on there. So
okay, don't worry. I got this somehow. Zoom. There's no save option.
So not too sure if you saw, but we did do whether people like your journo voice.
Oh, good. What do they like?
So I'm just going to end the poll now, and
I'll
give you the results. So do you like the 50s journo voice by Sporking? 75% of the people said yes. 25% of the people said no.
Okay, well, 25% of you are wrong, but that's okay. That's why I love this, because we can all, be friends.
People. I think the biggest complaint was people were like, "That's clearly a 1940s."
It's true. It's true. I had the wrong
and also
era.
You didn't say news flash.
News flash. Hold on.
So Matt W says no. You need practice.
Okay, hold on. Welcome, one and all. We're talking giant. I can't. Damn, I screwed it completely up, dude. I was fumbling with something else and I screwed it up. I apologize for myself and my family. All right, I'm going to bring this up because it's hard for me to. For some reason, I keep saving it and I can't figure it out. But this is Trace Giants in the Desert. Madison. Oh, that's Madison. God damn it. It's the same one.
It's the same one.
It's the same one. Just take my word for it, people. There's stuff going on.
Can't people separate their giant articles from each other?
Yeah, I am terrible at this.
So
Gary and Lord Doomcock used to make this look so easy.
Yes, that's true.
They really did.
Was a lot of fun.
It was a lot more fun than this, so I apologize. Okay.
I can put on a mask and sing and tell you things about Kathleen Kennedy if it helps.
I just want people to love me. Smithsonian. Oh, I just caught that. Smithsonian admits to destruction of thousands of giant human skeletons in early 1900s. Now, don't forget, this is world news. Like Ukraine man claiming to have been Vladimir Putin's lover died.
Dude, it says World Report. It's clearly
it must be important, right?
Yeah.
The cover-up allegedly destroyed evidence showing giant human remains in tens of thousands have been uncovered all across America. The pieces of evidence were ordered to be destroyed by high-level administrators to protect the mainstream chronology of human evolution at the time. So, 1908, I can understand that. They did not want... They probably were scared that it would end civilization if they found out there was other beings.
Well, that's the thing. Like, how many times has something like this come up, and then it's just gone, well, this will destabilize, the fabric of our civilization. So therefore, the people don't deserve to know the truth. I mean, people have been saying the same thing about aliens and parallel universes and that for years, because it would. Like, imagine the idea of an alien come down, then all the scriptures are going to have to be rewritten to, it wouldn't be all that much. It would be, instead of saying on the earth, in the universe.
Yeah.
And they can say, well, that's what we meant.
Right. Okay.
There'll be a way around it, but for the average person who believes wholeheartedly that, God created us and us alone, it would completely ruin that whole thing. And there's nations that are built upon that principle.
Well,
so I can understand why they would cover it up.
Right. I think they'd be pretty freaking embarrassed too.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
especially when we find out that the Mormons were right all along.
Right. I have been finding there's quite a few articles about this. Is it true? I don't know, but we're going to read it. Okay. So it's probably the same article over and over again. This, I guess, a U.S. Supreme Court ruling has forced the Smithsonian Institute to release classified papers dating to the early 1900s. So that was brought forth by the American Institute of Alternative Archaeology, that the Smithsonian Institute destroyed thousands of giant human remains in the early 1900s. It was not taken lightly by the Smithsonian, who responded by suing the organization for defamation and trying to damage the reputation of the 160-year-old institution. So it's getting bitch. It's like, this is like Johnny Depp and Amber Turd. Johnny Depp being the... Right. She's the Smithsonian, totally. Right?
More like the bitchsonian.
Oh! During the court case, new elements were brought to light as several Smithsonian whistleblowers admitted to the existence of documents that allegedly proved the destruction of tens of thousands of human skeletons, reaching between 6 feet, which is not giants, and 12 feet in height.
I mean, average.
Yeah. It's 12 feet in height is a little different.
That's twice as much.
Right. So this is James Churchward from the AIAA. There has been a major cover-up by Western archaeologists institutions since the early 1900s to make us believe that America was first colonized by Asian people migrating through the Bering Straits 15,000 years ago, when in fact there are hundreds of thousands of burial mounds, actually millions they believe, all over, or at least million, all over America, which the native claim were there a long time before them, and that show trace of a highly developed civilization, complex use of metal alloys, and where giant human skeleton remains are frequently found but still go unreported in the media and news outlets. He explained. So this is supposedly a giant human femur uncovered in Ohio in 2011 by the American Association of Alternative Archaeology.
That would be bigger than 12 foot.
That's massive, dude.
You look at where his knee to his hip is from there.
Right,
and that's
he's
over
short.
2.5, 3 times.
Right.
Yeah, but like, even if he's 5 foot, that still would make that like nearly 15 foot tall.
Well, a lot of the legend is 4 to 5 meters tall.
Well, dude, 5. You know how heavy the weight on the body? Someone's
Again,
4 meters tall, which
right,
is thousands of pounds.
Again, you have to have that muscle mass. Then you have to have that strength. And think about it. There were a lot of large fauna in the same time the giants were supposedly here, and they all died off because it became uninhabitable for larger beings. I'm just saying it could. So that is a 1.3 meter long human femur that was shown in evidence in the case. Could someone look this up and see if this was even a real thing? Am I getting trolled?
Yeah, so I'm just about to look it up now because that doesn't seem right.
I think we would have heard about this case.
Well, here's the thing. So the average femur length is approximately 41 centimeters.
Okay. What's that in American?
I don't know. What the hell is 41 centimeters?
Like centimeters is inches.
41 centimeters in inches. So we're looking at 16 inches. Is
Wow.
the average one.
And that's what? Well, again, that was 1.3 meters long. So that's 3 feet, almost 4.25 feet, somewhere around there.
Yeah. So it's 5 foot nearly. So
that's insane. Jane, if you want to come on, I should invite you. If you like talking about this crazy stuff, come on.
Come on, Jane, jump on. Talk about bones with us.
Yeah, let's talk bones. I like Bones. I used to like that show a lot. Did you?
I did. But they were in the Smithsonian, so they were hiding stuff.
Gotcha. So, yeah, this just seems crazy to me. I don't even want to read the rest. Ooh, what did that mother force son to swallow his? Okay, not reading that article. Not reading that article. Holy! I almost threw up there. Stop telling your daughter laughing at me. That was gross, dude.
So the only thing I can find was 5 meter tall bones found somewhere in Australia.
Oh, it always has to be Australia, right?
Yeah. So.
I mean, there's stories of giants all over the world, dude. Sicily, Greece, Egypt, the Far East, America, Australia.
Apparently, no. The Australian one was it was fake. Well, okay, it was a real bone. It just wasn't human. So.
Look at the size of these. Holy crap. If you're going to try to tell me this shit is real, you're nuts.
I was going to say we can't see your screen.
Yeah, I know. I love this stuff, though. Like, you're trying to pass this off as real.
Yeah, that's
so dumb, dude. But stuff like this, bizarre giant skeletons were exhumed from Yellow River Valley in China, I don't doubt it.
It looks like he had a painful death.
Yeah, right? Something like this is more likely. But this...
Where did it say that was?
The Yucatan. Yucatilla. Some of them are ridiculous. I mean, these are probably all fake, but the idea that it could be. I mean, we found hobbit-sized people. Why weren't there giants?
Maybe they were just baby giants.
I mean, all this All this mythology has to come from something, man. And oh, look at that, a cyclops. That's great. I mean, the cyclops came from mammoth bones. We understand that. They saw the mammoth bone on a mammoth skull. The eye sockets look like one big socket. So that's where that comes from. Merman. Wow. Oh, it's a hoax? It's too real to be a hoax.
Really? I never would have thought a merman found in a desert would be a hoax.
Right? Well, it could be ancient sea of some sort. Look how this guy looks real. Like, look at him. He's like, look at that. I couldn't even really get my own colors straight when I was making this skull. Wow. Some interesting stuff. Interesting. This is the shit that I find crazy.
Well, according to Snopes, apparently all these giant things, skeletons that have been found are false. The largest one that was found was 7 foot tall.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, if you want to believe Snopes.
I know Snopes. Who are they working for?
Yeah.
So Let's Talk Knowledge also has this Supreme Court ruling thing. Just saying. I don't know what I'm saying. But thank you, Let's Talk Knowledge. Yeah. All right, let's move on. So yeah, mounds, things like that. I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of learning about mounds. If we made any point necessary, thank you, and make sure you subscribe and like the stream and the channel. Do something with that. So this article we kind of talked about a little bit before. me and you behind stage, but I thought this was pretty important, going with the House Committee. House Committee advances legislation including deeper look into government UFO reports. The UFO language is included in the Intelligence Authorization Act. Right? Isn't that kind of crazy, dude? Isn't that kind of, I don't know why this is on the dump one, but I had to go all the way to the dump just to get this one.
The weird thing about it is, why are they bringing? Is it now all of a sudden coming out? Like, it's like we had the big dump in February of it, of all the stuff.
Yeah.
And then in March, and now another one. What is it about this year that all this legislation stuff about UFO? What are they preparing?
What else is going on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are they preparing us for disclosure, or are they doing something so shady behind the scenes, like kind of Schwabish, that they don't want us?
Even change the language for UFO. It's
right.
No longer, it's UAP. Like,
and Hillary Clinton taught us that. One thing, I can't stand the Clintons, but Hillary and Bill both wanted disclosure. I believe that.
Yeah, because that way their lizard people kind could rule,
forever
out in the open. Yeah.
I mean, have you ever seen it? Their eyes closed like that. Obama too. I've seen it. No way it's photoshopped.
Yeah, or a glitch or anything to do with that. I mean, I saw Paul Joseph Watson's eyes do that, but I'm sure that wasn't a glitch.
Right. So let's read this. The House Intelligence Committee advanced legislation to a full vote that includes a provision providing the public a look into previous government UFO reports. The provision about UFOs was included in the Intelligence Authorization Act and will require the Comptroller General of the United States to review oral history interviews, as well as documentation relating to government UFO reports dating back to 1947.
Yeah, but the part of it that made it really interesting was the wording that they had. Said that the UFO system, the reporting system will provide immediate sharing of information.
Yeah.
So it's not just about bringing stuff that's happened in the past, but something new that's happened. Let's say, for instance, something gets spotted tomorrow. There will no longer be a classification for that. There would be immediate sharing of that.
Yeah, well, and that's really intense that they would do that, because that's not government. They don't like to share.
No, that's what I mean. That's
weird.
It's like, dude, if you see something, you've got to let us know.
Yeah, it has to be told right away, or you're going to be in trouble. Well, look at it. Additionally, the bill would also ask the Comptroller General to evaluate efforts by the intelligence community to obfuscate, manipulate public opinion, hide or otherwise provide unclassified or classified misinformation about UFOs. So they're making it impossible for the government, which really it is. That's a lie, but really hard for the government to hide it. That's a lie too. They'll hide it if they want to.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, it's the fact of the matter is, this is the first time, especially when the House is getting involved with saying something has to be shared amongst all the intelligence agencies, which is a weird thing to publicly come out and state, especially from the House.
Right.
Like, it's not. That's really not there. It's more of something you hear within the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why. I don't know what to make of it. I think it gives more questions than it does answers.
It is. It's weird. So
it was 50 years ago when they did their first UFO conference, something to do with it. I know that much. It almost coincided exactly 50 years from when they first introduced a bill or something to do with UFOs.
Right. So I know that this bill, they also are trying to make it much easier for government officials, anyone who works for the government to report UFOs, because before, if you did, you probably lost your job, or you were thought of a kook and didn't get the advancements you wanted. So The move after the House Representative vote to approve an amendment to the National Defense Authorization Act that would create a reporting system for UFOs. Government employees and military personnel could report UFO sightings without fear of retaliation, and the system would prevent unauthorized public reporting or compromise a properly classified military and intelligence system programs and related activities. So I think that what that's saying is we want to make it easier, and we won't belittle you, harass you, or destroy your career because we rather you tell us than leak it to the public.
Well, that's the thing. There's now a direct chain of command when it comes to reporting. Right. So before it was like, oh, I tell my supervisor and he tells someone. Now you've got someone direct, which is the only reason why they would set that up is if there is a need for it. They won't create a redundancy like that for no reason. So.
Right. Rep Mike Gallagher, Wisconsin, co-sponsored the bill and said that Congress must ensure the military and intelligence community are armed with the best possible information, capital, and scientific resources to defeat our enemies and maintain military and technology. Oh my God. Superiority. Anyways, let's think about this. Yes.
Technology.
Technology. Don't you think it should be technology? Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. Anywho,
well, I mean, that's the thing. As they stated in the thing, there's been approximately 400 confirmed or legitimate reports over the past 50 years. So right. We're getting one legitimate report essentially every month and a half.
Right.
So perhaps the number is picked up. So there's an actual reason for it. Before the whole idea of aliens, maybe there was still that religious element within the government where it's just like, no, aliens can't exist because of, Judeo-Christian beliefs sort of thing. And then maybe now they're taking a step back from going, well, we have to look at this.
Well, I don't even think it should. I think it even goes farther than just religion. It was that they didn't think we could handle it. So for the last 50 years, they have been putting it in movies, in shows, in media, to make aliens not as scary to us. The idea of them landing here not as frightening. But also to make it that they could be a threat too. So like either or. The thing is, they want to take the stigma out of it. But you're making it easier for people to report it. You're admitting that there are unauthorized UAPs that you have no explanation for that could be out of this world. I mean, all in this recent years, Trump starting Space Force, like, are they building to a point where they're going to tell us, look, we are definitely not alone and that we need to protect our world. This is no longer a American problem, no longer a Chinese problem. This is a world problem. And we need to come together, in a union or federation of some sort. Just an idea.
Oh yeah, that'd be a cool idea. Maybe if we could gather like other aliens, and then we could, we could form some sort of But we have to go to war with them first because that's how it works.
Always goes that way.
There's that one road captain that wins them over in the end.
Yeah,
and then
yeah, the one that just knows just enough to say, hey, this isn't right.
Yeah, and then when we get their spaceships and everything, that he'll become the the captain sort of thing. There'll be tension, but we'll get there in the end.
Right. He'll sound like a cartoon dog, but I'm going with him.
Yeah, I'd follow him
anywhere. Dude.
I mean, I wouldn't. I'd stick on Earth, but yeah,
anywhere. So also, and sticking with space, we have NASA. NASA steps up live coverage. U.S. kills Al Qaeda leader. Oh Jesus, we got one.
Ayim al-Zawahiri.
Yeah, that guy. He's a dick. NASA. Oh, now I'm going to be on their list. Oh, too bad. NASA steps up hunt for extraterrestrial life. God, I sound like I'm drunk every time I try to speak. Will commission absolutely necessary study on UFOs. Congress held its first hearing on UFOs in 5 decades last month. Yeah. So this is from June 9th, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like it was 50 years since they last did something about it. Yeah.
I love this scientist guy. NASA announced Thursday that is assembling a team to study unidentified aerial phenomenon, UAPs, more popularly known as UFOs. What an idiot! I know they're more popularly known as UFOs, but it's UAPs that you just talked about.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
anyways.
I mean, UFOs and UFOs are supposed to be a essentially man-made sort of thing. UAPs can also be weird, like thunder in the sky as well, and different things like that.
Just something we don't understand.
Yeah, something we don't understand. A phenomenon, not necessarily a craft.
Yeah. So we got this guy saying part of our task at NASA given to us by Congress is not only to do fundamental research in the skies and so forth, but also to find life elsewhere, says Thomas Zerbitchen. Zerbitchen. That dude's awesome, bro.
I dub thee Zerbitchen.
Zerbitchen. Rise, Zerbitchen. It's fun. Some of those sightings featured objects with unusual UAP movement patterns or flight characteristics, such as the ability to remain stationary in winds aloft, move against the wind, maneuver abruptly, or move at considerable speeds without discernible means of propulsion. Yeah, to me that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, bending space around itself to propel itself forward. Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Right.
If only someone knew about some sort of element, back in the 70s, and
right.
Tell everyone about it.
Right, back in the 70s, the 80s. Yeah. But, dude, there was no such element, jerk.
Yeah. God. Lazar more like loser.
Right? Go play with your jet engine car, bro. Anywho. Only one of the sightings, a deflated balloon, could be explained. NASA noted Thursday that there is currently no evidence UAPs are extraterrestrial in origin. Yeah, they could be interdimensional. They could be, or I'd be more scared if they were Chinese or Russian or somebody else. I'd be fucking terrified, dude. Can you imagine the Tic Tac one moving like that? Like, we would be destroyed. We wouldn't even see it coming.
Imagine if it was. I think it would be even scarier if it was one. It's like all of a sudden Poland has this technology. Like, what the hell? Where did you come from?
Sweden. Yeah. Or the Nazis out of Antarctica. All of a sudden they're back. I made Off's grandchild, and I will destroy you. That didn't sound German, did it? Well, they lost their accent because they were down in Austria.
That makes sense. They'll probably speaking a weird homogenization. They're very diverse down there. Very diverse Nazis.
Yeah. So I don't know this one. The Department of Defense recently released an image of this UFO, a glowing green triangle in the night sky.
Well, we saw one of a triangle. I can remember that.
Yeah, but I don't remember a green one. I don't know. Anyways, Congress also held a hearing on UFOs for the first time in 5 decades last month, and the Pentagon recently declassified photos and video of UFOs, including glowing green triangles in the night sky. UFOs have long been associated with conspiracy theories.
How dare you?
I know. Those bastards. Conspiracy theories are not what you think, people. They are important. I don't even know. Thank you, Rhino. Thank you.
If he doesn't know, then how are we supposed to?
What are we supposed to do with that, man?
Yeah.
I don't get it. Anyways, if Rhino doesn't know, the world doesn't know. US with conspiracies, flying saucers, and tinfoiled sporks. See what I did there? But Sir Bitchin said he thinks NASA's study will be widely appreciated by the public. There's many examples where people There's many examples where people kind of lean forward into a field that's not yet accepted. It's controversial or has some reputational risks. Yeah, sure, whatever. I do believe in some dominoes. Surely this will not just be met with utter
domains.
Oh, that too, bruh. Domains. I was wondering why I said dominoes. I do believe in some domains.
Maybe you want a pizza?
Hold on, Mr. Hahn. Surely this would not just be met with utter enthusiasm, but I do believe it's absolutely necessary, Sir Bitchin said Thursday.
Right on.
Thank you. The team will be led by David I was going to say sperm. Sperm gel. The former chair.
Sperm gel and bitchin.
Did I just say sperm gel?
Sperm gel, yeah.
I'm sorry, Mr. Spurgel.
No, it's
sperm gel. Okay, it's sperm gel from now on. So David Spermgel, the former chair of the astrophysics department at Princeton. Oh, he's definitely sperm gel. Princeton University, and the current president of the Simons Foundation in New York City. Given the paucity of observations, our first task is simply to gather the most robust set of data that we can find. Spermgel said.
Dude, I could smell his condescension in that.
Right. We will be identifying what data from civilians, government, non-profits, and companies.
Back in a sec.
Yeah, please. What else we should try to collect and how to best analyze it. Why does it just stop there? I don't understand it. It feels like it should be going on more. Anyways, what do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comment section below. All 16 of you. I love this show. Hey, by the way, next week it will be a members stream. Only members will be invited. We'll talk UFOs. But after that show airs, it will automatically be given out to the public. As I think I could try to do it as a premiere. I don't know. So at least I could talk to you guys in the chat. And then the week following, most likely we'll start going into Dance with Dragon history for House of the Dragon, which will start, I think, the following week. And also, I need to remind Gary, he once told me I could be on his after shows on his. So if anybody wants to remind him on his nooners and stuff, I'd really appreciate that with, donating him money or something, whatever. Let's push Priest out. That's me. Scott out there. All right, let's move on. So, latest UFO sightings. All right. Here we go, people. So, recent sightings. This is coming from latest UFOsightings.net. Okay. It was freaking huge, Tim Lay and family on witnessing the Phoenix Lights. So, that's old. We don't need Phoenix Lights. I want new stuff.
Phoenix Lights are so last year.
I know, right? How do I get out of this? Oh, there we go. 2 UFOs filmed in Atlanta during severe electrical storm yesterday. So, this was just yesterday. We're going to watch it.
Oh, there's a video. Nice.
Okay, over here on the right.
Oh, yeah, there they are. Yeah.
They're coming in and out. They're not moving.
Bouncing. Yeah.
I mean, they're just stationary. I want to see them do something before. Oh. No, that was lightning.
Wait, they were reflecting light.
Yes. Do you see how they disappear when the lightning happens, though? That's pretty... I mean, it's just funky.
That could just be the camera. It's on auto expose.
So. Oh. Let's see if we... Do they move at all?
I want him to move the camera because I kind of feel like they're connected to the tree.
Now we just have one. Let's see when the second one disappeared. Okay. Maybe it's phasing out into another dimension or something? Yeah, dude, I don't know about this one.
Yeah.
That's kind of lame. Philly had one. Let's check it out. The hell? Is that a drone?
It looks like a little dual helicopter bladed.
Yeah. God, why is it always so fuzzy?
Focus, Jimmy.
Come on, Jimmy. Bring it in there, brother. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it definitely looks more like a drone. Actually, when it goes out of focus, you can see the four. Yeah, I think it's a four.
This is why they need to be able to do these sort of... You don't see these things in Texas because it would have already been shot down by now.
Yeah, that's true. Well, it is Philly. I'm shocked they haven't shot it down. Okay.
Yeah, they're used to shooting things that are more like ground level.
Yeah. Let's see. Come on, let's find some UFO sightings.
Wait, there's one there that says 30. If you scroll down, 30 people witnessed the biggest UFO sighting. There you go. 30
Oh,
witnesses.
yeah. Excuse me. December 1996. Yukon region of Canada, more than 30 people saw a giant UFO 4 times in the size of a football stadium. I just don't want to steal somebody else's stuff. Oh, it's a reincarnation, dude. Or reimagined. Screw that.
We don't know. They might have had a full camera crew back then.
You never know. That's true. UFO footage 2022. Okay, videos. Okay, what's this? Chillin' Navy. Chilean.
Well, that looks like blades.
Right. It has. Well, no, I'm seeing 4 like legs.
Yeah.
I don't hear anything though, so it's silent. I don't know about that one. I mean, I wish he changed his focus on it. Put on. Let's see. Oh, where the hell are we? Oh, is he trying to zoom in on it?
Well, there's multiple. These is multiple ones. It looks like it's a compilation video.
Yeah, but this is the same exact. Yeah, no, this is 11 November 2024.
Oh, okay, so he's
using different. Yeah.
Filters. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's same guy. Trying to zoom in. He's using the EOW, whatever that is.
Yeah, it's my favorite sort of W.
Like when I'm looking like through a camera, I want it to have that EOW like feel.
Yeah, it needs to.
Yeah. Wow, this guy, he's not picking it up on any other spectrum but like
489 feet, and it says 4,005. So he's in the air. I'm assuming.
Oh yeah. What I'm saying is though, do you see it? I don't see it unless he was in that like inverted one. And now he's trying all different types of, because they have all infrared, night vision. They got it all.
Yeah, it seems that way.
Yeah, this one sucks. God, I'm really. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. He's coming back. He's figuring it out. Okay, any minute now, guys. We're going to see it. There it is. 400. Now, is the distance from him 4,532 feet?
I think that's the height.
That's the height, right? So that thing is 400 feet away. That doesn't seem right, too.
No.
Why does he keep switching the goddamn... It's weird, though. He can't see it unless it's in, like...
That's crazy.
Look, you could barely make it out. No, that's the crosshairs. And then he switches it again. Coming up. What the frig? How doesn't he see it on any other camera? That's interesting to me, man. That could mean this is like dimensional thing and you can only pick it up on the IR, of course.
Could be. I mean we're assuming this is IR. There might be some other sort of light spectrum camera.
Right, you're right. I'm going with IR.
Yep, why not?
Technically.
Further on in the video, there's the big spike where it says it's the most viewed part.
Okay, right here?
Yeah, so I wonder what this part is around there, yeah.
Well, that's a different one altogether, so let's go to here, because it looks like the thing freaking takes off on him. Oh, gotta hit play, though. So he's back on EON, which can't see the guy, so go back to IR, brah. Come on, man. IR works. God, this guy is killing me. Oh, IR again. It's all about the IR. Is it leaving a freaking plume?
Leaving a chemtrail.
Yeah, it's going to kill everybody. Why would it be leaving a plume like that? What is IR, though?
Infrared.
Oh, duh, Scott. Okay, this is William Guy. Credit him. Whose channel am I watching this on? Hold on. Pause. This is from 7 News Australia. So thank you, mate.
I automatically don't believe him now.
That's a lot of lights in the sky.
Yeah. And big in it. Turn your camera the other way around till we get a full frame, you moron.
Freaking Australians. Whoa. Where the hell is that? What is that license plate? That's different foreign. It's not American. They look
Middle East
Asian.
like.
No, I think they're Asian.
So it's 8 to the 4th. Depends if they do their dates properly or like Americans, so we can know when that was.
Well, yeah, Americans do 8/4/2016. Okay, this Argentina. Get the frig out of here. All right, do you know what? What, a palm tree flew away? That was dumb. That angers the shit out of me. Don't embarrass us like that.
Why would they put...
why would he put this...
Yeah.
That dude angers me. That's probably why it's the highest viewed. Everyone's pissed at him. Wow, look at the speed on that thing in infrared.
Yeah.
Whoa. Where's the speed, though? 4,562. Is that how fast they're going?
Oh, is it rotate?
Dude, that is insane. Yeah, wait a minute. Let's back that up for a second. Watch this thing, man. It's on an auto ground track, so this guy definitely can't keep up with it. Is it right here? Whoa. What the hell is that? That's, again, if that is one of our enemies, that is frightening. I want to know where the speed is. Is it 38,000 miles an hour, or is that, you know? The hell is this one?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they're going to be able to judge this because of how far away it is.
Yeah.
But is it going in circles?
It's going over like a city. Yeah, I don't know. Because the city wasn't around before. And it's hovering so close to the ground now.
What I'm saying is he's constantly moving left. Is he flying left or is he rotating?
Well, yeah, it looks like he's rotating left. But the degrees, 164, 163, 161. Yeah, I can't tell if he's north. Well, yeah, maybe he is. Look at the speed.
Whoa.
Look at that thing, man. What the frig is that? And then what, did it cloak itself? Is it underwater? Wait a minute. Is that water? I'm so confused right now.
It looks like it.
It looks like water, right? He lost it. That's how fast that got. Whoa!
There it is. Yeah.
That's insane, man. It's like doing like zigzags and shit. It's just taunting him. No, is that a reflection or is there two of them? No, maybe there is two of them. Where the hell is this? Yeah, that's coastline, right?
Yeah, look that way.
And then it's just gone? How terrified would you be?
Yeah.
I'd be terrified, dude. I'd be terrified.
You've been watching too many horror movies where you expect it to appear behind you.
Or like right up in the camera.
Maybe it's because there's cars down there. Maybe, yeah.
No, but it looks like it ends at the end. Yeah. Maybe, I don't know. It's pointing north. Oh, yeah, you might be right. That might not be. So then where the hell would it have gone if it wasn't water? Is that an airport? Nazca lines?
It could be.
Highway?
Or it could be the highway, because we saw cars drive up
Yeah.
a second ago.
Where the hell did this thing go?
Yeah, dude, that was nuts.
That was nuts. I think this is the Phoenix lights. Look at the size of that thing.
Has confirmed its unidentified aerial phenomena task force.
Shut up, Koshi, you wanker.
He's a wanker.
You bald-headed prick.
Dude, can you imagine you're in an aircraft? Okay, let's just think about this. You're in an aircraft, right? And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this thing is going so freaking fast, doing the most crazy, beyond physics, like maneuvers. What do you like? What am I supposed to do?
You shit in your hand,
Right,
and then you smear it on something, and you go,
Right.
I'm done.
I don't even know what. Right, dude. Like that's insane. All right, so this was UAP shown at the during the hearing. This is from Fox 2 St. Louis. Thank you for letting us use your stuff, and we're gonna just play it. So this was at that hearing we were talking about earlier. This is the flyby. Look how fast this thing goes. Oh wait a minute, I couldn't even see.
I might have missed that then.
I think I missed that too. Hold on.
What? Whereabouts am I supposed to be looking?
In the window?
Oh, wait a minute.
Did you see it?
So when he goes past, there's like a little flash when he's looking past the actual.
Oh, they cut it off. I think I saw what you meant. Like that part right there?
Yeah.
Right there. Okay. Okay.
There's like a little dot on the screen.
This is the green triangle, maybe? Yeah. This is that green triangle.
Well, I don't know if it's a green triangle or if it's what they're saying is green, because everything's green.
Right.
Yeah, this was done from the ship, wasn't it?
Oh, I don't know. It would make sense.
But here's the thing, like, when I look at that, I'm assuming the iris on the camera is triangular in shape. Because that's the easiest way to recreate
And look
it.
at the bottom right.
If it was a hexagonal
Look at
iris on it,
yeah.
then it would look like a hexagon.
You're right, because look at the bottom right in that screen.
Yeah.
There's another triangle. The hell? I don't know, dude. That's dumb. God, it angers me. I've been watching a lot of Hot Ones.
Yeah, I can tell.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm on a kick. That show is awesome. I really wish I could be famous enough to get on there. I
just want to see you try the bomb.
I would do it if I'm on that show.
Have you seen they've had Machine Gun Kelly on twice. They've had Gordon Ramsay on twice.
I've only seen Ramsay once.
Yeah, he's been on twice.
No, he's just been on the most recent season.
No, he was on years ago.
Was he really?
Yep. Yeah, Paul Rudd's one was pretty good.
No, he was great.
Intelligence agencies
what's up?
Deliver an unclassified report to Congress next month on what government knows
I'll
about
unclassify her
UFOs.
report.
Yeah, Kelly. Best White House correspondent or whatever you call these. Oh my God, I'm so stupid right now. This footage of a radar seen by sailors aboard the USS Omaha back in 2019 shows as many as 14. Wow. Swarming the ship off the coast of San Diego. At least 14. Oh God, we gotta listen to this. I don't care if we get hit.
Miles per hour.
That one's pretty much perfectly 000 relative, right?
Yeah. 263, 3 miles, 55 knots speed.
Investigative filmmaker Jeremy Corbell says the clip verifies a prior video he released of the same incident, with the earlier footage showing a mysterious object flying over the ship before disappearing.
Look at the triangles on the left too. So
Yeah,
if there was,
it was a ship.
but they
that's what I
said
thought.
14. They said 14. So that makes way more sense.
Far more advanced than our aircrafts. Paris starting.
Look at that crew. I love Kelly though. So yeah, dude, that's 14 of them. So there would be more triangles. Love chat. What up, love chat? Getting attacked by the bots, girl. Anyways, that's pretty interesting shit though, man. I don't know. Kaylee. Thank you, Kaylee. I like her. I like her a lot. All right. I think we're going to wrap it up, dude.
Sounds good, buddy. Sounds
Yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the tiredness coming on. So I like to thank the people that hung with us. You guys are the best. Next week we'll have it's going to be a member stream. We'll talk UFOs. We'll just BS for like an hour and a half. And if you want to be on with me, throw a DM to me in Twitter. And we'll see if we can figure out. I don't want to upset anybody if they don't get on. Just don't overtalk people. That's all I care about. That's my job. But yeah, I don't mind people coming on and hanging out with us if you are a member, and then we'll release it to the public. Thanks, Kai, for being out here, brother. You're good people. I really love you guys. You all just make life better for me. It's more fun. And
This is true.
Yeah, and hopefully someday it'll be worth doing, where my family's not like, why are you downstairs in the basement? Trying to get there, man.
One stream at a time, buddy. One stream at a time.
One stream at a time. So everybody stay safe. We'll see you Wednesday for the Mad Dump, and then Friday for What Is Growing, and as now known as the Friday Night Tights of Diversity, the Saturday Dump. Please make sure you guys are there. Love you. Be safe, everybody. Thanks, Grant. Bye.
Bye.
We gotta update this one.
Yeah, we'll do. Now that you've been gifted a whole heap from last Saturday, so
Yeah.
see you, Sean. Thanks, Eric. See you, Kai. Love chat.
Good friend of ours. Dum. Peace out, everybody.